Hello, this is another edition View Journal. Today's date 6/26/2022, time 2:31 p.m. My name is Joseph D Nieves, doing from San Jose, California, and this next title is uh, this is the original cover, Jermiest and the Knights of Elves. Here's the productivity of it. Jermiest and Knights of Elves, and here in this way here, this one I kind of like. Book two, the Fable Story of Jermiest was more funnier. I think this was more funnier, but this one I kind of liked. Kind of like. Here is the chapters. Jermiest and Knights written by Joseph D. David Nieves. Characters: the elves, the elf knights, Loam, Edie, the sister of Loam, Lash, the brother of sister Edie and Loam, and King Evan the father, Samuel the Great, James Hegel, and Rooster. And chapter one is Foresten. So, and here's the cover, what it looks like here, and yeah, usually it was called Tricely, but this is book three, and surprisingly, I thought there was an intro here. Uh, okay, yeah, here we go. Here's intro three. Germs of Night, Germs of Knights of Elves 3. Forevermore, I try to protect Jermiest Hegel and the families of a broken heart. As a wizard, I did my duty. You see, Jerm's son would not be born. I, Samuel, have to protect his from harm. I have grown mad with physical and mental damage of my heart. That's why I asked the knights of the elves to teach, and train him to outwit the evildoers. In my vision, Germs was killed by a snout dragon that evil Igris has created, and now the Dark Lord armies had entered the Interlopes Mountains and entered my holy ground of Wizardor. Intro continues. This will be my last entry of my journey. Let the world be known, Jermiest and the Knights of Elves. And here it is. Here will be page one. Page one. Yeah, here's page one. The clashing of the armor was so loud that you could hear it for miles. They they came in large numbers from the Dark Lord Mountain. These warriors were wearing silver scales, dark black armor, as they were marching in one line to the petrified forest. They march was suddenly getting louder. They came in inside by the side in numbers, and not for the wasteland of the elves, where they watching them from the forest hills top by a elf named Loam. He was he was marching from the home with his foot on a boulder, which was really rounder. This creature that was made from the earth. This creature talks to Loam, the elf. And tell me what you see, my friend, Rounder asked. Loam questioned. We need to get the towns. We need to keep the town safe. They will be destroyed. Everything in the forest. Everything in the forest. They will be destroyed. Everything in the forest, and the forest will be a wasteland. So what we saying by that wasteland? Uh, of a wasteland. That's what the intro was about. And and talk about that, so and do that. Uh, Page 2. I'll be brief. I'll read a couple more pages. Lone steps off the rounder. Lone decides to tell Rounder to tell the force circles to go to war. The ground underneath them opens up. Rounder kneels up from the ground, and my friend, I will go. I will go and tell my people and my son Crusher. I will go and the force and the go. I will go and the force circle. And Rounder gets up from the quicking ground while the soil of the earth is dripping down to the ground, and the earthworms were squirming for life. When they were dripping down, the worms were swirling in front of Lum's feet. The wizardess elf kneels down to pick up the fresh soil in his palm of his hands, and Loam had a thought that the picnic dust will help to bring the roots of the trees to life. Loam the knight grabs his bag from his elvish belt and sprinkles the fairy dust on the soil on his hand, and thrusts his hand to the flesh soil. At the same moment, the rain formed out of the air, and there was thunder. Loam says these words, and here comes this Elvis spell, page 3, book 3. Thera, uh, Thea, Thera, Norza, Tinthra. Enter through the new time through all three. Once again, Thera, Thea, Thera, Norza, Tinthra. Enter through a new time through all. Thea, Thera, Norza, Tinthra. Thera, Thera, Etha, Thera, Norza, Tinthra. The Dark Lords and the Warlords has entered the petrified forest, and Lone has just finished the spell of the life the interchanges of the forest. Lone commands the trees and bushes and the ground to keep the of the forest of the Mount Dragon. The path of Mount Dragon was inverted, and the townspeople path was as well. The three trees came out of the ground, and the path of the town is covered down now. Page 4. My last page. Foresten, chapter 1, Foresten, page 4. And in the kingdom of the Foresten, the elves were having a meeting of the knights of elves. Loam, the head leader of the force of the knights, the one knight that can change the whole war. The elvelings were the children of elves, and singing to the forest to come the life force of the wind. Lone walks with the king's sire, the ruler of the kingdom of the forest, King Evan. Talks to Loam and asks, what should we help the humans? Why should we, the king asked, since have you forgotten that we were once human, that we are interracial species? Loam is the oldest and the youngest of the knights. And yes, I know, the King Evan said. One more page. I've got one page. Page 5. The story was told by our ancestors, and the loved ones were killed. They killed my wife. Why should we or I help a man? Why should we or I help mankind? The king was a traitor, and he was so much treachery. He has so much treachery. He killed our mother and our future. I know, sire. I know you. I know you threw him in the darkness of the water of the souls. to never never be to return during the battle of the Middle Earth. Loam takes a moment to gather his thoughts, and now Loam, King Evan asks, now he is back over 300 years since he passed. Find that man, and you will find him. I know, sire. Father, father. King Evan is at his last straw, and he knows he now thinks that the mankind turn should be at ends, but his son Loam thinks there is such a man that can change the entire course of the war. Father, if we help these three hopefuls, we can win this darkness of war. That's it. And this is what Jermiest of the Knights of Elves. Sorry about stuttering in my speech, all that, but it's kind of hard to read, read the storyline, all that. But yeah, uh, I haven't read a script in a long time, so. But yeah, it takes Gay Pride Day. Like I wish I could be there. I wish I would. I know. Maybe be true. Maybe I don't know what's like to be. My true self in Gay Pride Day. I never had an opportunity to do that. So or be comfortable in that way living. Or life. So. But anyways, I gotta go. Enjoy your rest of the day.